always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it.
We have the following objectives. Letter A, find the product of the square of a binomial and trinomial. Letter B, find the product of the sum and difference of two binomials. And letter C, find the cube of a binomial. Square of a binomial. We have the following step in squaring a binomial. Number 1, square the first term. Number 2, twice the first term times the second term. Number 3, square the second term. Square of a binomial. The given is a plus 2 quantity squared. We will follow the step. The first step is to square the first term. The first term is a, so we square a. The next step is twice the first term times the second term. The first term is a, the second term is 2, so 2 times a times 2. And the third step is to square the second term. The second term is 2, so that is 2 squared. So, our first answer is a square. 2 times a times 2 is 4a. And we have 2 times 2 is 4. So, a plus 2 quantity square equals a square plus 4a plus 4. We are in the next number. 4y minus 5 quantity square. First, we square the first term. Our first term is 4y, that is 4y quantity square. Then twice the first term times the second term. The first term is 4y, the second term is negative 5. That is 2 times 4y times negative 5. Then the third step is to square the second term, that is negative 5 quantity square. 4y times 4y is 16y squared. 2 times 4y is 8y. 8y times negative 5 is negative 40y. And negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. So 4y minus 5 quantity squared equals 16y squared minus 40y plus 25. Apply the step in squaring a binomial. The given is x plus 20 quantity squared. The rule states that square the first term is x. Twice the first term times the second term. 2 times x times 20, that is 40x. Then square the second term, 20 times 20 is 400. So x plus 20 quantity squared is x squared plus 40x plus 400. Look at problem number 1 and 2. Look at our sign. One is positive and the other one is negative. We have the same result, but it only differs in the sign of the middle term. The result will be x squared minus 40x plus 400. For the next number, x plus 16 quantity squared, we will apply the rule. What is the answer? The answer is x squared plus 32x plus 256. How about number 4? So, we need only to change the sign of the middle term. What is our answer? Our answer is x squared minus 32x plus 256. How about number 5? 9x plus 1 quantity squared, that is 81x squared plus 18x plus 1. So, almost the same for problem number 6. It only differs in the sign of the middle term, that is 81x squared minus 18x plus 1. For problem number 7, what is the answer? 225x squared plus 60x plus 4. How about number 8? 225x squared minus 60x plus 4. For number 9, what is 19 times 19? 19 times 19 is 361. X squared plus 114x last number, 361x squared minus 114x plus 9. Square of a trinomial. Step in squaring a trinomial. Number 1, square all the terms. Number 2, twice the first term times the second term. Number 3, twice the first term times the third term. Number 4, twice the second term times the third term. We will apply this step on how to square a trinomial. The first step is to square all the terms. The first term is a squared. The second term is b squared. The third term is c squared. Then after that, we have twice the first and the second. 2 times a times b, that is 2ab. 2 times the first term times the third term. 2 times a times c, that is 2ac. And 2 times the second term times the third term, 2 times b times c, and that is 2bc. So a plus b plus c, quantity squared equals a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2ab plus 2ac plus 2bc. Are in the next example. 3a minus 4b plus 5c quantity squared. Our first term is 3a, the second term is negative 4b, and the third term is positive 5c. The first step is to square all terms. So we have 3a squared plus negative 4b squared plus positive 5c squared. And after that, we have twice the first term times the second term. That is 2 times 3a times negative 4b. Twice the first term times the third term. 2 times 3a times 5c. And twice the second term times the third term. 2 times negative 4b times 5c. So what is 3a times 3a? That is 9a squared. Negative 4b times negative 4b is positive 16b squared. Positive 5c times 5c is positive 25c squared. 2 times 3a is 6a. 6a times negative 4b is negative 24ab. 2 times 3a is 6a. 6a times 5c is positive 30ac. And 2 times negative 4b is negative 8b. Negative 8b times positive 5c is negative 40bc. So 3a minus 4b plus 5c quantity squared equals 9a squared plus 16b squared plus 25c squared minus 24ab plus 30ac minus 40bc. We are in the third number. 4x minus 2y minus c quantity squared. So, the first step is to square all the term. 4x quantity squared, negative 2y quantity squared, plus negative c quantity squared. Twice the first and the second. 2 times 4x times negative 2y. Twice the first and the third. 2 times 4x times negative c. Plus twice the second and the third. 2 times negative 2y times negative c. Next, we have 4x times 4x is 16x squared. Negative 2y times negative 2y is positive 4y squared. Negative c times negative c is positive c squared. 2 times 4x is 8x times negative 2y is negative 16xy. 2 times 4x is 8x times negative c is negative 8xc. 2 times negative 2y is negative 4y times negative c is negative 4yc. Number 4, 4x minus 2y minus c quantity square equals 16x squared plus 4y squared plus c squared minus 16xy minus 8xc plus 4yc. Activity in finding the square of a trinomial. The given is x plus 2y plus 5c quantity square, and the second one is b plus 4c minus 60 quantity square. So again, we will answer the problem. What is the answer to number 1? We have x squared plus 4y squared plus 25c squared plus 4xy plus 10xa plus 20yc. Or the second number, we have b squared plus 16c squared plus 36d squared plus 8bc minus 12bd minus 48cd. Product of sum and difference of two binomials. Step in finding the product of sum and difference of two binomials. Number 1, we square the first term. Number 2, minus the square of the second term. We have sum and difference of two binomials. So we have the given, the quantity of 2x plus 5y times the quantity of 2x minus 5y. The first step is to square the first term minus the square of the second term. So what is the first term? That is 2x quantity square minus 5y quantity square. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared, and 5y times 5y is 25y squared. So the quantity of 2x plus 5y times the quantity of 2x minus 5y, just square the first term minus the square of the second term equals 4x squared minus 25y squared. We have another problem. The quantity of 4x plus 7y times the quantity of 4x minus 7y. First, we square the first term. What is the first term? The first term is 4x, so we have 4x quantity squared minus 7y quantity squared. 4x times 4x is 16x squared, and 7y times 7y is, we have minus 49y squared. So again, how do we find the product of sum and difference of two binomials? We have the same given. One is positive, the other one is negative. Just square the first term minus the square of the second term. We are in problem number 3. We have the quantity of c squared plus 15d times the quantity of c squared minus 15d. The first one is sum, the second one is difference. So, the step is to square the first term. What is the first term? That is c squared quantity squared minus the square of the second term, that is 15d quantity squared. So we have c squared quantity squared minus 15d quantity squared. C squared times c squared is c raised to the 4th. 15d times 15d is 225d squared. So the quantity of c squared plus 15d times the quantity of c squared minus 15d equals c raised to the 4th minus 225d squared. And following activity for sum and difference of two binomials. For number 1, what is the answer? Square the first term minus the square of the second term. The answer is x squared minus 36. How about for problem number 2? Square the first term minus the square of the second term, that is x squared minus 81. How about in the next number? Square the first term minus the square of the second term. That is 25x squared minus 121. We are in the last number. The quantity of AB plus 13C times the quantity of AB minus 13C. AB times AB is A squared B squared. 13C times 13C is 169C squared. A binomial. Step in the cube of a binomial. Cube the first term. Our first term is x. Our second term is y. The first step is to cube the first term. So x cubed. The second step, plus 3 times the square of the first term times the second term. 3 times the square of the first times the second. 3x squared y. The third step, plus 3 times the first term times the square of the second term. Plus 3 times the first term times the square of the second term is 3xy squared. And the last step, cube the second term. The second term is y, that is y cubed. So x plus y, quantity cube, equals x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. If it is x minus y, quantity cube, it only differs in sign. The first is positive, the second is negative, the third is positive, and the last is negative. We have our given 2x plus 3y quantity cube. The first step is to cube the first term. Our first term is 2x, so we have 2x quantity cube. The next step is plus 3 times the square of the first term times the second term. Plus 3, the first term is 2x squared times the second term 3y. The next step is plus 3 times the first term times the square of the second term. 3 times the first term times the square of the second term. And the last is to cube the second term. The second term is 3y quantity cube. Then we have 2x quantity cube, means we need to write 2x 3 times. 3 times 2x times 2x times 3y. 3 times 2x times 2x times 3y. 3 times 2x times 3y times 3y. 3 times 2x times 3y times 3y. Plus we need to multiply 3y 3 times. So 2x times 2x times 2x is 8x cubed. 2 times 3 times 2x times 2x times 3y is 36x squared y. 3 times 2x times 3y times 3y is 54xy squared, and 3y times 3y times 3y is 27y cubed. How about if the given is 2x minus 3y quantity cube? We have the same result, but it only differs in sign. So we have the same 8x cubed. Then this positive 36x squared y will become negative 36x squared y. We have the same 54xy squared, and positive 27y cubed will become negative 27y cubed. And the given is 2x minus 5y quantity cube. So we cube the first term. 3 times the square of the first term times the second term. 3 times the first term times the second term squared, plus we cube the second term. So we need to write 2x 3 times. 3, 2x twice times negative 5y. 3 times 2x, negative 5y twice. Then we have negative 5y times. 2x times 2x times 2x is 8x cubed. 3 times 2x times 2x times negative 5y is negative 60x squared y. 3 times 2x times negative 5y times negative 5y is positive 150xy squared. And negative 5y times negative 5y times negative 5y is negative 125y cubed. We have an additional example. The quantity of 6 plus the quantity of x minus 2. Closed quantity times the quantity of 6 minus the quantity of x minus 2. This is the product of the sum and difference of two binomials. So, the rule states that square the first term minus square the second term. The second term is x minus 2. 6 times 6 is 36. Then x minus 2 quantity square is square the first term, twice the first and the second, square the second. That is x squared minus 4x plus 4. Since the operation is subtraction, we change the sign of the subtrahend. So it will become 36 minus x squared plus 4x minus 4. So we arrange the terms and descending order. We'll start with negative x squared plus 4x, and 36 minus 4 is positive 32. So we have negative x squared plus 4x plus 32. We have an additional example. The quantity of x plus 4 minus the quantity of y plus 2 times the quantity of x plus 4 plus the quantity of y plus 2. This is the product of the sum and difference of two binomials. So the rule states that square the first term. What is the first term? X plus 4 quantity square minus the square of the second term, that is y plus 2 quantity square. And how do we square a binomial? We square the first term, x squared, twice the first and the second, that is 2 times x times 4 is 8x, and 4 times 4 is 16. We have another given. We square the first term, y squared, twice the first and the second, that is 4y, square the second, that is 4. So we have our answer, x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus y squared plus 4y plus 4. But since the operation is subtraction, this is our subtrahend. We change the sign of the subtrahend. So it will become x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus y squared minus 4y minus 4. Then, arranging the exponent in descending order, we have x squared minus y squared plus 8x minus 4y, and 16 minus 4 is 12. Thank you for watching.